If you look closely, you can see an ant's nest right here. I'm curious what adventures they get up to on a daily basis. They may even make motion pictures behind our backs. Antz, directed by Eric Darnell and Tim Hall. Eric Darnell being one of the directors of the Madagascar trilogy, and is Dreamworks' first ever animated feature. So this is technically the Snow White and the Seven Dwarves and the Toy Story of DreamWorks. So Antz tells the story of Flick. Oh, sorry, did I say Flick? I meant to say Z, voiced by Woody Allen, because Antz has nothing to do with a bug's life. Am I right? A ant who lives in a vast colony in a park in the middle of New York, and he feels insignificant in his colony and questions his place there, and then he starts to fall for Princess Atta. Oh, sorry, compared it to A Bug's Life again. I meant to say the daughter of Queen Azteca, Princess Born, voiced by Sharon Stone, who is arranged to marry Mandible, the general of the ant colony, and then Z becomes the colony's only hope by the end. Now, I was requested to review this movie as I know you guys just love hearing my thoughts on all the DreamWorks movies, and it was only a matter of time before I would get to their first ever movie, Antz. I mean, uh, technically Shrek launched their successors. We all know Antz was not the phenomenal that Shrek was by any means. I did not grow up with this movie, unlike A Bug's Life. I mean, that's why I have always loved A Bug's Life more, and I just think A Bug's Life, in my honest opinion, is all around the superior film, and I make no apologies for that. Uh, I know, more adults tend to prefer Ants, and more kids tend to prefer A Bug's Life, and I know people compare the two movies left, right, and center. Let me say this: neither Ants or A Bug's Life is a rip-off of the other. They they both released the exact same year, and both star Ants. Yes, but they both have slightly different narratives. Neither Pixar or DreamWorks had any idea the rival studio was making, a rival movie with Ants at the time. And, the reason Pixar and DreamWorks made movies with bugs for their first attempts was because CGI animation has lots of growing to do. It was still in its infancy days, and bugs were the easiest thing they could animate at the time. Ants was not the only DreamWorks movie to release in 1998, because shortly afterwards we got the magnificent masterpiece, The Prince of Egypt, which I wish was the first ever DreamWorks movie personally, because Antz is does not even hold a candle to Prince of Egypt. Yes, Antz is considered a cult classic, but I've never got what people see in it. I've always found Antz to be extremely average and overrated, uh, and I and I and this movie is never stuck in my memory. Not to say this is DreamWorks' worst. God, no. I mean, it's still a lower tier one on my ranking, but and it's better Ant movie than 2006 is The Ant Bully. I will give it that, but yeah, I just saw Ants once on TV as a kid, and yeah, I did not think it was anything amazing even back then. I do applaud Ants for attempting to be well more adult than most family movies about bugs. Like, I mean, maybe the standout scene of the film is the ant army going to war with the termites and seeing the ant crowds. The ant crowds is easily the most impressive thing about the animation, and when they're all chanting "hurrah, hurrah," and then in the aftermath of the battle, they really go there. They show the ant and termite casualties, and then Barbatus is headless, and you only see his head, but his body is just gone. And I mean, yeah, Barbatus's death. I mean, that was the biggest hard hitter you will get from this movie. With scenes like that, you forget you're watching a animated DreamWorks family movie, and I guess the soundtrack by Harry Gregson Williams and John Powell is perfectly serviceable, far from the greatest score that these two composer gods have done. But the Yo Watcher dancer may be the one musical number from the soundtrack that gets me in the beat, and that is about it with my pros for Antz. God, are the characters in this movie a bore? I mean, I forgot half their names, like Z. I mean, the cliched underdog hero who feels like he doesn't fit in with the colony, and then at the end saves the day, and the entire colony respects him. I'm sorry, but Flick had, from A Bug's Life, had far more personality. I mean, at least Flick was lovable, and at least he was doing good things for the colony with his ideas and inventions, and bold ideas and him standing up to the grasshoppers were what made him memorable. But Z, I mean, uh, there's nothing to him. Woody Allen's New York voice just didn't do it for me, and Princess Baller, who she's she's supposed to be wedded to Mandrill. You just know she's going to pick a Z. I mean, uh, she's extremely hollow too, as the hollow love interest, and they've got to have that moment in the climax where they think Z is dead when we know he's not, and then they kiss. I mean, How to Train Your Dragon did that part where they think Hiccup's dead so much better, and Colonel Mandarin. I mean, he's an extremely hollow villain again, where he's the villain. It's like, no, the colony is mine. We'll follow my way. In fact, he's the ant version of Kron from Dinosaur, a arrogant leader who doesn't want to his ruler tested, and and the uh the two wasps that's Z and Baller meet on the surface by the picnic. Now I am proper wasp phobic. Like wasps are my least favorite insects. I mean, and I've had well two traumatizing experiences with wasps this year alone. But these two wasp characters, what they are total bores. And I mean, these circus bugs from A Bug's Life were so much more lovable. And I know this movie was attempting to be educational on an ant's daily life. Like some ants were sorted as a worker and some as a soldier from birth, and then it goes into the politics of their conflicts with other insects. But it was done in such a dreary, boring fashion. I, I can never fully hold my attention watching Answer because, because the story and characters, are literally nothing. I mean, for their first movie, DreamWorks could have gone with a story was that was just out there and had never been attempted. Like Shrek. And at least there's no pop cultural references. But even so, the humor, was greatly lacking. I hardly laughed, and the animation is as dull as dishwater. A Bug's Life has still has decent animation even 24 years later, but I can't say the same for Ants. In its defense, I know this was 1998, not long after the first Toy Story. I know that CGI animation still had a long way to go before it could reach the heights of what they can achieve today. But still, DreamWorks have no excuse for animation this lazy and unfinished looking. Because Prince of Egypt, that followed this movie, the visuals in that movie, were still out of this world now. And Hopper in A Bug's Life is an infinitely more memorable villain. That's another thing A Bug's Life has over Antz. So overall, Antz is not a movie from my childhood that I have any attachment to, and it may be my least favorite animated movie from 1998. Yes, uh, hot take, but I would rather watch Quest for Camelot than Ants. I give Ants 2 stars out of 5. Meh movie. So yeah, DreamWorks' first movie may not have been their best, but that may have worked in their favor, as the studio would certainly go on to make better movies as time would go on. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on Ants? Are you with me? And you don't get why everybody praises it as a classic, and you are and you favor A Bug's Life just like I do, or do you prefer Ants to A Bug's Life? Because I know it's 50-50 between the two fan bases. Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I have reviews of Idle Hands and a rant on Halloween Kills coming your way. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.